right, so Rebecca has some eyes that apparently people want and a power that people want. So it's not fully understood nor really told too much about what her power will do, but apparently she can not travel to the past but enter into people's dreams, which is most interesting. And she's learning more about Ray and then wondering if it's true or not. And then she doesn't even want to ask Ray, hey, did this really happen to you? But regardless, Ray apparently starts seeing her in his dreams and he's wondering, is this real or not? Which is a most interesting power to have, to enter into people's dreams. And hey, just think about the espionage you can learn from it, especially if you're able to manipulate and do things within their dreams. Most interesting power indeed. But regardless, the enemies want her, and they also want the Iceblade Sorcerer. So, what's Ray to do? Dress up like a girl. It amazes me how good Ray is as a girl. I mean, yes, he's kind of grown up on the battlefield, and he kind of grew up with all those the female commanders and such. So maybe he did pick up some skills there, but he's scaring some people. he's having some of his classmates feel a different way. The fact of the matter is, he's a better girl than the girls that's in the class. When you have Amelia, who's supposed to be the most attractive person in the classroom, envy him as a girl, it's kind of like, okay. Oh man, and I mean, to be honest, he may not even try to make it as a disguise in and of itself, but it just ends up being that way. Like, one of the bosses or enemies didn't even recognize him. He just got done saying, I want to fight the Iceblade Sorcerer, or Iceblade Sorcerer. And then he sees Ray and he's like, you know, she's weak. I'm just going to move on. It's like, this is the guy you're supposed to be fighting. And I think the funniest thing is how his male classmates are looking at him and they have no clue how to feel. I think the biggest thing is the fact that Ray here has to save Rebecca when he learns that Rebecca could die. If she's unable to control her power by the time she's 20, she'll essentially die here. But the biggest question mark to me is Rebecca's father. He signed her away to be married to the enemies, if you will. Whether he knows they're enemies or not, I don't know. It hasn't really been said. But he comes then to ask Ray, who he knows is the Iceblade Sorcerer, for help to save his daughter. Why'd you sign her over then? Which I think a lot of these questions will be answered in the next episode. At least it looks like it will be. But it's kind of weird. It's like, yes, I'm gonna sign my daughter away, so then that way it will help my family status. Yet she's gonna die, and maybe he did that because he felt like she's gonna die anyway, so it's like, okay, fine, whatever, I'll just sign you over. But then he's like, no, never mind that, please go save her. I'm like, what type of father are you? You just sit there, pass your daughter over to some people you barely know, and definitely didn't know because they are the enemy, and binding, if you will, because last episode, the whole like contract binding around their hands and stuff, really binding contract. Ray has to go there with help his friends, try to save her. The way the preview looks, it looks like next week pops off hard, and it looks like Ray actually like has to use his ability and such. And I'm hoping that he taps into even more of his ability to fight these guys and essentially cures himself of what's hindering him. So then that way, the sword, the Ghostblade guy from a few episodes ago, he basically made the date that they'll fight in a year. That fight ends up being one of the best fights. So I'm looking forward to what happens in the future. And yes, there were some questions raised in this episode in many different ways, but it did have very funny moments as far as Ray and being a girl, but then also having time with Rebecca and such and growing that relationship. So we'll see how this arc finishes up, which I'm hoping it finishes up next week, and then we'll see what comes up after that. But I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. I thought it was a very funny episode. This is a really good anime, and I've been enjoying every moment of it. Now that it really just comes down to Ray popping off hard, and I can't wait to see him do that. Anyway, you guys take care. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll be back with more analysis on this anime and several others. Bye-bye for now.
This ain't what you want, bitch, I'm a fucking phenomenon.